All right, it's Sunday, November 23rd, and we are doing the week in a nutshell for Heroclix in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. Starting this coming Monday, November 24th, at Conspiracy Comics, 844 King Street West in Hamilton, Ontario, at 6:30 p.m., we have 700-point Silver Age tournament. Silver Age at Conspiracy Comics is all Heroclix sets, but no tactics. That includes, of course, relics, resources, feats, battlefield conditions, event dials, ATAs, theme teams. They do allow bystanders because bystanders. I'm pretty sure there's some. You'll have to talk to Rory. I believe there's a limitation on horde tokens specifically. The build is called Dat Assassin. I see what you did there. The only other stipulation is that Blaze Claw's Ray Fangs rolls are a minimum result of 2. Other than that, it's $5 or it's free. If the minimum number of 4 players is hit, then it is a $5 entry fee, which will be going towards extra prizes for the tournament, as per usual at Conspiracy Comics. That said, the prize support includes Teen Titans number 100 Ravager and GSX 101 Psylocke. And there will also, of course, be the participation prizing if enough people show up. Also on Monday, November 24th, at 6 p.m. at Comic Book Addiction at 1022 Brock Street, South Whitby, Ontario, at 6 p.m., there is a casual Monday tournament called Poker Night. It's constructed, golden, no resources, no cardboard, no battlefield conditions, no entities, possession by entities. You have to bring exactly 5 figures that are between 100 and 150 points. Each character's card will be sleeved so that you can't see the back of it. Colored, opaque sleeves. Before each round, you'll be dealt 5 cards. Then that is the team you will play for that round. I like these kinds of things. Each subsequent round, you will be dealt 5 new cards. Fellowship and fun is the next thing that was written. Other players may be playing your... Okay, make note, guys. Other players will be playing your pieces. More likely will be playing your pieces. Be aware of that. So, might not be a good idea to bring the super chases for this one, eh? If you don't trust people, that is. And then again, that's Monday at the Comic Book Addiction, 1022 Brock Street, South Whitby, Ontario. Next up, on Tuesday at 401 Games at 6:30 p.m. at 518 Yonge Street, Toronto, you're looking at a 300-point Flash floor modern tournament for the treadmill. Floor being, of course, at least 50% of your figures have to be, or 50% of your team, so 150 points minimum, has to come from the Flash set. It can be more than that if you want, but bare minimum. You know what I mean? That said, Wednesday, I haven't heard anything about Wednesday, so we move on to Thursday. Thursday, we have Black Knight Games down in Hamilton. That's 868 Mohawk Road East in Hamilton. We are looking at a 300-point Silver Age tournament. Silver Age at the Black Knight Games. All figures and tactics are cool. Everything's normal, with the exception that you're not allowed battlefield conditions or feat cards, but otherwise all figures are legal. Now this is a little bit of this is like the week of wordy tournaments, so bear with me here. You have to bring 2 teams. One of your traditional heroes. You got to bring an X-Men, Avengers, so on and so forth kind of team. X-Force, X-Factor. Just make them heroes. You know what I mean? Bring a team of heroes. The Spider-Man family, the Batman family. Those people who are doing good. As well, you want to bring another team of villains. That'll be like Hellfire Club, Sinister Six, Suicide Squad, Injustice League. You kind of get the idea there. Now here's the point that he kind of capitalizes. They've got to be equal value. So I'm guessing if you bring a 299-point Avengers team, you got to have a 299-point Bad Guys team. Or I guess they all have to be under the 300 point. I should really have asked Brad on this one. Now, before your forces are revealed at the beginning of each game, both players will roll 2d6. The highest roll will decide what team that player will play. So the lowest roll will, of course, be playing the opposite team. So if I win the dice roll against you, and I choose heroes, you're playing your villain team. If I choose I'm going to play my villain team, you're playing your hero team. We get this? Awesome. And this is week. This is the final week of the Resurrection Man prizing. They're trying to get some more people at the venue, guys. So if you are in the Hamilton area, you're looking for a venue to play on Thursday, Black Knight Games is the place to go. Let's not also forget that, as usual, this is $5 entry fee if you're not a Stronghold member, $4 fee if you are a Stronghold member. Stronghold members, $25 a year. You get discounts on entries, snacks. You get to collect money toward, or collect points on money spent towards later purchases. So, by all means, guys, let's get some more people going to that venue so we can keep the awesome coming from them. Okay. Next up, Friday is another quiet day. So we move on to Saturday, and Saturday all we have is the Comic Warehouse, 20 Strathern Avenue in Brampton. I think I've played there a couple times. Now this one's starting a little earlier, so it's going to be at 1 p.m. this time. It is a $15 entry fee this week. They are playing for another Necron. So this is going to be, I guess, the final Necron tournament. This is a mixture of constructed and sealed. Now you got to bring a 300 points modern. Now, when I was talking to Max, he said, bring some stuff and build your 300 points of constructed when you get there after you open your gravity feeds. I don't want to carry that kind of stuff if I was going, but anyway, 300 points. Now, you're much like the last one, no tactics, no colossals, no team bases, no entities, period. Let's just not confuse people, apparently. And no constructs or word balloons this time. They want to be very specific about it this time. But there's the bigger than a peanut base rule is cool, so apparently vehicles are A-OK. Now that said, as well, part of the fee is you get to grab 3 gravity feeds, and now I don't know what selection of gravity feeds you get. The only ones I've got confirmed are Superman and Legion Superheroes and Captain America Winter Soldier. I know Captain America Winter Soldier is actually a very awesome set for figures in general. And then you have to take your 300-point team and add 100 points from it from your gravity feed. So you get that to work around. Now, I haven't checked with Max because you kind of get doped if you don't have exactly 100 points coming out of the figure that's going to be in your gravity feed. But my understanding is that you can kind of adjust your constructed from there. I can't guarantee anything. I don't know 100% on that one. There's going to be a lot of questions when you get to the venue. I would suggest at bare minimum, bring a 300-point team that you're willing to add 100 points of gravity feed stuff to, and leave your resources, leave your tactics, leave your colossals, leave your entities, and constructs, word balloons, and team bases behind. So now that said, we move on to Sunday. I forgot them last week. I'm going to have to remember them again this week. Comic Book Addiction is back in the lineup here. So they have a casual tournament on Monday, and Comic Book Addiction on Sunday. We're looking at 1022 Brock Street, South Whitby, Ontario, for those of you who missed it the first time. At 12:30 p.m. this time. That's because it's a Sunday, of course. It is going to be War of Light Month 6. Of course, they're running a 500-point theme team must constructed event using only War of Light stuff. Now, when you say specifically War of Light, con exclusives are cool so long as they're the batteries and the constructs. Not cool, of course, would be the Black Lantern Anti-Monitor. Cool though he may be, he isn't actually tagged with the War of Light set icon, so he's not actually going to be legal for this tournament. You do have to bring a team themed to one of the cores, so it's got to be Green Lantern Corps, Sinestro Corps, Star Sapphire Corps. You kind of get where I'm going with this. And what else we got? It's a $5 or $20 entry fee. $5 gets you in, but you don't get a War of Light pack. $20 gets you a War of Light pack and in. Of course, this week is going to be for Star Sapphire because it's month 6. If you that's it. Yep. That should be all the information you guys need. Good luck to that. And just remember, when you're playing entities on this team, there's a note on this. If you're playing an entity on your team, they do have to match your full theme keywords. So, let's say I'm playing Black Hand as my entity. Well, my team better be Black Lantern Corps, or I'm kind of not following the rules, right? Cool, guys. Awesome. That's this week in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys next week when we do another update.